Now you dive into the shroud, knowing that here at least there's a greater chance for the loot that you desire. But all of that is temporary. The mountain is close. It's time to press on. What's going on, everyone? It's Loki Orin, and we're back at it. We got our relationships, and realizing I forgot to check if my mic was working properly, so let me quickly do that. Alright, we're in business. It was working, obviously you all knew that, but I had no way of knowing, so... Alright, we do have a greater anchoring charm. Don't really care about that. Double field hospital nice and early into an oasis, into the lair. Man, that is a lot of loathing to pick up, though. No reason to go to a Shambler's Altar. Watchtower doesn't feel particularly appealing. Even if we're broke, the hospital just feels like kind of a safe path. So let's see, we're at 1. We go down to 0, up 2, down 2. That's fine. Up 1, down to nothing. Looks like, man, the Shambler's Altar is all over the place here. Yeah. Alright. I mean, this looks and feels pretty good, so we'll dig in. Hope everyone's doing well out there as we dive in. This is our run of the Dismal Science, as requested by Mogwellian, aka the 4 Daggers, as we are doing quite a lot of stabbing in this formation. And so far, the run's been going quite well. We are kind of broke, so none of this matters. But we are definitely set up for a great deal of success here. Relationships are mostly good. Everything's pretty good. Alrighty. Do we just Shadow Fade immediately? Forget, do you have, you do have PBS equipped. Yeah, I think... do have PBS equipped, but I actually think, probably just keep in place for 1 turn, because we want to try to get as much as we can on that fishmonger before it starts getting really annoying. Yeah, Whetstone is pretty annoying. But we punched through it, which is great. 6, 7. Well. I'd rather make sure that the, fishmonger's gone. All hands on deck. Oh, needed you to dodge that. Ooh, nice move resist, though. We like that. How high is your move resist? Only 30. Keel! Ooh! Ouchie, ouchie. That was unnecessary and rude. Well, we'll take our free Dead of Night heal. Thank you very much. And we'll set up our riposte here, which also conveniently gives Fairy Tailor a nice little dodge plus token. So let's just get some nice swings in here. Yeah. Just get rid of that guy before he gets really annoying. There we go. Well, she's not really doing anything else with her trouble here.
Has been tended to.
Another movement resist. That's impressive. It actually kind of scares me a little bit. It doesn't bode well for our... does not bode well for our eventual outcomes here. go. And I just remembered that Plague Doctor is not an alchemist; she is a surgeon, which makes sense because we are 4 daggers. I don't know why. I guess I'm mixing up our Kingdoms run in this confession run. It's been a minute since I played. I do these recordings in like chunks. So yes, actually, I think looking back on that, it would have been right to just Shadow Fade at the beginning, but not a big deal. Get a bit more money. Healing salves. What are we doing for healing items? We're a little light. So it's either that or remove a negative trait. Hydrophobic, Braggart, Toonhammer. Light sensitive is pretty crappy, but it's not like back-breaking. None of these are back-breaking. Yep. We'll buy those.
Tonics, tinctures, and remedies. The science of hope.
Not the most exciting purchase, but just having a couple of extra, because I'm a little bit less, well, actually, I don't know that it'll be a problem. Resentment shouldn't be too bad. How are you doing? Alright, so this doesn't help you. Doesn't really help you, right? So none of these... Okay. It's only Solaniel that has any sort of downside here. Oh, nice. This is actually... this is a pretty good fight for us. Yeah, we'll Shadow Fade immediately. Take aim into that. Get rid of that plague grenade. Yeah, in that last road battle, I was playing like the Plague Doctor was an alchemist because I just didn't remember that what we were doing here, so that's my fault. Double dodge is nice. And this is... I didn't even check. I'm fact-checking everything right now. Alter... Oh. That's not helpful. Well, either way. We'll take our point-blank shot opportunity. Oop. I actually... Well, that's fine. I did not mean to,
Let us take a closer look at the thing.
Oh, that is resentment. Okay,
as
cool.
repulsive as it is.
Let's get rid of you. Okay, yep, locking back in here. Remembering what I was doing. Yep. And we are in it to win it. We definitely like targeting our highwayman here. There it is. That's the kind of hits we want to see. I do actually have to kill this altar, don't I? Ah, perfect timing.
A brilliant conclusion.
Oh, wonderful, it's dead. And we're off. Dead. This is execute too. Yeah, this just kills. Perfect. That's what we like to see. This run's going quite well.
Greater threats await those who dare.
You know, I'm already kind of thinking about, you know, knock on wood, I'm not jinxing myself here. I'm already kind of thinking about the next run, which is going to be a lot more stressful. Resentment has felt free for a very long time.
A sanctum of tranquility
like the getting to resentment is the hard boss. The boss is generally not the hard part, because it's pretty rare to get there with a formation that can't handle it. However, we first have to deal with this jerk.
Its pallid cloak.
Alrighty.
Avert your eyes.
So I would love to do that, but I think Shadow Fade is actually more damage here. Do we PBS or do we just... I think we take aim. Like, we're not dealing as much damage as I'd normally like to do here. But, like, we are getting set up for the thing I actually want to be doing here.
The enemy weakens and wanes.
Head guard, headache, head hunt. That was a lot of damage to take just kind of out of left field here. I hate that we're kind of forced to do that. Alrighty. Love landing a solid stun there. Does Alhazard have? He does have healing salves. We will spend a healing salve here, because I think he'll end up moving back. So let's take our opportunity to
in these times. Savor it.
deal some solid damage. Oof. That was unnecessary and rude. Oh, nice. That was a big stun to land. So let's throw some damage in. And into the stun. That is unfortunate. However, we get to eat that stun, which is very exciting. Duelist advance there just to keep setting up the tanking aspect here. Only 9 damage to do that. I'm actually going to spend one of our medicinal herbs just to get rid of that bleed. We're taking a bit of a risk here, going as low as we are. Oh, that was... Oh, man. Oh, that was a huge dodge. Holy. Now I kind of want to... Nah, we commit here. We commit because we're pretty close to just taking the collector down. Yeah, and like that's not going to do it. Okay, we got him here. We actually get him in such a way that I get to do that, which is sweet. Because now we just execute, right? Yeah, there we go. We found the line there. Yeah, spending that one healing salve I think was definitely the right call, just to make sure that we didn't put our highwayman in a risky position. Barristan's head. Fishmonger's gloves. I mean, Fishmonger's gloves is a little bit exciting. Is Fishmonger's gloves... I mean, like, Gnarly Knuckles and Fishmonger's gloves is a combo, but there's no way it's better than annotated textbook. So we're potentially loading Gnarly Knuckles in there. Alright, you're not running anything exciting right now. In fact, let's just slot that in. And then Like, the burn has been cute. Is that actually that exciting? Eh, kind of. Those blocks are actually kind of material. Yeah, sure. So this has been cute, but I don't think it's good enough anymore. Like, Corrupting Cleaver still feels kind of nice just to have a chance of getting through the that resistances. This is a nice synergy fit because the occultist is swinging with his melee weapon quite a lot. So yeah, that feels right. Ish. Tracker's map super doesn't matter anymore. Neither does that slime mold. And we'll roll. That was actually overall a fairly good battle with the Collector. The Thunderclap grenades did a nice number there. Oh yeah, there's the Rummager. Give me that. Give me that shit.
Abandoned or forgotten. It is
Or not
now.
Rummager. Rummager would have been everything. Oh, he doesn't have Rummager anymore anyway. Alright, heading to the lair. We actually have Clive set up with 80% movement resistance, so hopefully we can keep him,
I trust you have
or we
calculated
can
your
get him
odds
targeted.
carefully. This will not be easy.
Still a chance he goes
Loathing
down, but at least
festers.
he's reasonably proficient at resisting. Alright, showtime.
They prostrated themselves before the primogenial power of the obelisks, and were rewarded for their supplication.
Alright, everyone being in stealth is kind of rude. Bigger problem here being that I do not think I'm going to be able to stop the unstable incubation. Well, maybe. Come here. Alright, there's a chance here. Not if it gets a speed token. Okay, it doesn't get a speed token. We have a chance
The
here.
Leviathan's breath thickens the air.
Alright, we're doing the whole target everybody but the guy with the riposte tokens.
Steady yourself.
Alright, this is unfortunately the wrong order. But we still punched through for 7, which is enough. Whew, we
Measured
stopped it.
and steady.
Off to a good start here. Preventing that unstable incubation is always a good start.
Empowered. Emboldened.
Alright, we do like a nice respectful crackback here. But we do need a word reconstruction. Ugh. Man, they're really wanting him. Gives Clive a hopeful. Oh, this fairy tale. This stress heals fairy tailer. That's one stress point down. Solaniel and Paracelsus. Do we just end the fight? Yeah, we just end the fight. Definitely pushing. Oh boy. This guy's always a trouble. Alright, straight into D-Bones, a little bit rude. But we'll take aim. And Shadow Fade. Alright, we did what we needed to do. Nice. Mitigating that hull breaker is huge. That's a lot of damage. Dodging the flens, too, is great. Yep. All hands on deck, pretty standard. Alright, somebody did get a speed token, unfortunately. But perhaps, thankfully, it wasn't the person we were worried about. Alright. We're just gonna quickly get rid of that jerk. Do we just heal? Nah, we'll Binding Shadows.
Hold fast, for who knows what
Then we'll Battlefield Medicine for 18. Ah, yeah, there we go. A second dodge on Hullbreaker is stellar. And now we get to do fun stuff like that. That was a hell of a riposte.
A lesson taught is a lesson learned.
12 damage. This actually can be lethal.
A master stroke.
There we go. What are we playing for? Well, that's not really useful. None of these are particularly useful. Eh, what the hell.
They must be made to see that their monstrous god is mortal.
Oh, it's mortal, all right. Believe you me. Alright, somebody got blinded, but that's okay. We'll do a little take aim action. Do a little Binding Shadows action. And we'll land an Incision as well. Alright. Perfect. Successfully got the Highwayman targeted.
Conclusion.
And there's the hand gone. With more or less perfect timing.
Steady yourself.
Fairy Tailor, you're continuing your long-running habit of getting yourself nearly killed every chance you can. We'll PBS here, and then heal Fairy Tailor, mostly because we want to get we want to try to proc this combo point with Sacrificial Stab, which unfortunately doesn't land.
Lethality writ large.
But we did try. And Solon Yell's just in the background here, doing her job. I mean... Yep, 18 damage at a time. Feels pretty good. Man, these two... Fairy Tailor and Clive are just back and forth constantly, making it happen. And there's the classic hit for nothing combo. But we do get it back on that. Well. Okay, we punched through anyway. That's pretty sweet. And do we just end the fight? Yeah. You just end the fight. There's probably some argument for stalling there. Some argument for, like, trying to get, like, an extra heal in or something. But I don't think it's worth it. I think we just go. Alright, first of all, Fetter Book is useless. Which one do we have? We have Unabridged. This does nothing. Yeah, it's not any better. Useless to me. Useless to me. Useless to me. Keep it. Mid. Actually, that's not true. It is a pretty good trinket, but it's not good enough. Guess is the point here. You know, we've got better things to do than that. Let's slot in some other stuff here. We don't need to worry about the exemplar just yet, so we won't have to use those smoke bombs for anything immediately. But on the flip side, maybe we slot those in somewhere. Yeah, let's throw those in somewhere as well. Just use them to make room in the wagon.
The loathing whispers.
All right, now the question is, do we fight the Shambler? We have no reason to. Ooh, extra healing salves is nice. Trinket or combat items? Doesn't really matter. I think it's the Cosmic Slayer is great, yeah.
Amidst the spoils,
yeah, and True
an
Entropy.
artifact of
Very cute.
unparalleled power.
Very you know, I think I said previously it's the definition of a C tier trinket, because it's, you know, just straight up like fully random token. So we've already fought the Collector, taken down the Lair. We've got 4 mastery points in the bank. Do we fight the Shambler? So the Shambler fight can just, like, it can either go really well or really poorly. 6 candles for a pretty big advantage. I don't think we need that. Well, against elite enemies, I probably would have done it. We do have 2 smoke bombs. We have some healing items. Maybe we do take the Shambler down. So the thing about the Shambler is that none of what she drops, I think, is super relevant to us. Like, it's not bad stuff, but it's not, like, good either. Well, actually, I take that back. It's not that the Shambler's loot table is, like, awful or something. It's just not doing anything that I particularly feel like I need right now. I guess let's just see how this fight fully goes here. We'll take our opportunity to heal up everything. Since we're, you know, pretty commandingly winning right now. Ow. That seemed like a lot.
But deadly all the same.
Enough monkeying about. Let's kill this thing. You're down because you annoy me.
Is a lesson learned.
Which does mean that the Plague Doctor gets to take a turn to heal here. And we'll collect our unchecked power for next turn. Dead of Night for the free heal. Burning Stars for what is basically the killing blow. And there we go. Cultist down. Yeah, whatever. Neither of those matter. We're sort of locked in on trinkets at this point. Alright. So, we don't have to fight the Shambler. There's not necessarily any reason to, except for the fact that fighting the Shambler is something I don't do very often. And if we were to fight the Shambler, let's look at what we would do here. Okay, we definitely don't need all those smelling salts. Got that. Yeah, we're kind of... Jeez, we're kind of geared up for it.
Echoes of humanity, twisted by hopelessness.
Alright, straight into Strongest Shadows. Fairy Tailor once again just catching it straight to the teeth here. As is your wont, it seems. Ow. Okay, that was a lot of incoming. So do we just go for the kill here? Do we immediately... I think we go for the heal. Oh, well that was miserable.
Cooperation is the key.
Can he only
Let us
use...
take a closer look at the thing.
Okay, he can use Haunting
As
Melody
repulsive
from
as it is.
rank 2 as well. Alright, we do know he's taken it now. Yep. There we go. 27-point heal, that's what we were looking for. Ah, there it is. We landed the dodge. Alrighty. Alright, well, let's get this stuff done with. Get out of here. Get out of here. And get out of here. Nice 1, 2, 3. Take them all down.
Nightmares and blaze the trail to your redemption.
Stirring Snuff doesn't move the needle either. Alright, what the hell, we'll do the Shambler. We're feeling pretty strong here. And we also deal quite a bit of like outgoing damage. We don't really need Whiskey Barrel or Whiskey Flask. Fight for a negative quirk. Sure. Let's fight it. Let's do it. A second Cosmic Slayer is dope. Alrighty, what are we doing? 111 HP.
The star-spawned child of the infinite void.
So we do have kind of an odd Do have kind of an odd setup here. However, fortunately, we can work from this. Alrighty, Clapper Claws.
Lethality writ large.
Resists again, you say?
A master stroke.
We're post very good against the Clapper Claws, just because we get to deal it. They don't have very large HP pools, so a relatively few hits will do quite a bit.
And apply it judiciously.
All right.
Well done.
Ah, that's too bad. That movement resist is unfortunate. However, oh. Give me the thing. Oh, perfect. There we are. All right, Shambler is down. And let's just get rid of her. Ooh, ouchie. Alright, so we're pretty messed up from an old HP standpoint. Alright, you are stealthed, which is good. Because we actually need to move you forward here. Oh, shit. Really?
Inexorable.
Oh, God, I was going to be so freaking pissed. Alright, let's immediately fix that. Alrighty. They're both gonna hate this. But I think we patch up the,
at least has been tended to.
Alright, there we go.
A lesson taught is a lesson learned.
Nice, she enters into stealth. That's perfect. Alright. Dead of night. Just get you out of danger. Man. That was closer than it should have been.
The past is gone. Let it die.
Tormenting Locket is actually... That is a good trinket for the Highwayman. If rank 1, 10% crit. If rank 4, 10% crit. Open Vein deals extra bleed. And gain on hit. Well, we're not really using Open Vein. And we're not really using our range skills a whole lot. So that's fine. Hierarchy of Sights can go. Anchoring Charm can go. No cat. It's not time. We'll throw those otherworldly fragments at something. Actually, this is probably a good time.
Must be met with unwavering resolve.
Let's just throw those. Let's throw those here. And the reason I throw them here is there are other combat items I'd rather, I think, bring to the, the healing salves. Like, there are other items I'd rather bring into the fight with the Seething Sigh. We're definitely fighting. So, no reason to, overthink this. Yeah, you know what? Taking 12. Perfect. And that's just lethal. Perfect. Didn't even get its first skill off. We're 3 for 3 on dodging hull breakers, which is great too. Oh. Well, it's only 1 point different.
A resounding.
I was going to say I normally can't resist a PBS there. But, for that little damage, maybe I can. How big's this cause of death? 39? Off by 1 if we max roll this. Alright, sure. We'll cause of death. 4 for 4 on dodging hull breakers. We like that. Alright, and then we just execute. Well, no, we don't execute. We PBS. Because we get to do that. Haha. And now we execute. Yeah, that felt good. And those otherworldly fragments did quite a bit there.
Scavenge what you
Definitely
can.
very strong, you know, in
more.
any boss encounter, but you know, I can't. There's other things I want to carry in, so I just don't see the need to bring them into that fight. All right. Man, our wagon is all sorts of messed up, isn't it? We're not going to need that. We're not going to need that. Not going to need that. And the whiskey bottle just came right back. Because why wouldn't it? Alright, Cardinal fight. Very good. 75% light. We'll just shadow fade for free here.
A slow dissection. An unavoidable end.
We'll take aim just to protect Fairy Tailor. Because, of course, Fairy Tailor gets targeted almost immediately. Kind of feels like it's going to be a tough ask here to, Okay. Well, damn.
An opportunity. Squandered.
We're probably going to have a worship go off here. I don't really see a...
Confers advantage.
I don't really see a good way to prevent it, unless Alhazred can haul it to the front here. Ooh, yeah, particularly if that happens. I mean... Oh, never mind. Alright, off by 1. Okay.
Incremental. But deadly all
Alrighty.
the same.
Can't shadow fade here, but we will do that and protect him as best we can here. And better set our formation. Um, 7, 11, okay. We're gonna risk it here. Okay, yeah, Fairy Tailor just heals themselves for 16, and that's plenty.
The mind's grasp grows tenuous.
Ow. Jeez. Fortunately, Dead of Night makes that heal pretty relevant. Fairy Tailor very much not wanting to die here. I appreciate that. Yeah, we'll save it.
A master stroke.
And there's Death's Door. And this loser does have to... There we go. I was going to say, that loser does have to target Clive at some point. Jealous Whisper and Wolf's Blood, neither of those is needed. Not bad, just not needed.
The loathing
And there we go. Another zone complete. And all that's left is the Seething Sigh. Well, 2 cultist fights in the Seething Sigh, but... You know, if you've gotten to this point, knock on wood, you probably get to the end here.
Rest now for
A couple of Cosmic Slayers is pretty good. Vigilant, Devout, Ascetic, not really as good, but some of those are decent.
The next stop is leagues away.
Get our wagon repaired up. Oh, Sharpness Charm, you say? I am listening. There's nothing else that really appeals here. So we'll buy that on spec here because I'm sure we will find a way to use it. Alrighty, first of all, pig. You too. Oh. Oh, that does nothing. Oopsie. A friend in need is a friend without beads. We'll have Clive go last. And there we go. Everyone's got food. Everyone's got... wagon is fully repaired. We got 9 mastery points to spend. But first of all, let's see what else we can buy here. We'll buy that whiskey flask for sure. I kind of want to buy Meditative Totem Wild Tea. Rousing Tunes and Creative Insults both feel like good buys here. We'll think about that for a moment. Whetstone's definitely a hard yes, though. So, what are we talking about? Hydrophobic is pretty annoying. Well, we got rid of Mellophobic, which is great. We got rid of Hydrophobic, which is even better. Blocked by Resolute, so... max out as many relationships as we can.
Precious relics remind us of a time before
Rousing Tunes and create both of these, maybe? What is it Clive needs? Does he just need the one? Oh, he needs Fairy Tailer twice. Yeah, okay. We'll buy 1 Pipeweed and see if that ends up being enough. Sadly not. Which means we do buy this last Pipeweed. And there we go. Maxed out relationships on everybody. Love to see it. Alright, cool. And also conveniently spent all our money down, so don't have to think about that anymore. Alright, mastery point time.
One learns quickly, and survival demands it.
Duelist Advance feels pretty good. PBS, I don't think we're going to be PBSing much here. Does he have anything that reaches the back row from the just tracking shot, which doesn't do much for us? So probably not any other upgrades for him. Thrown Dagger has its upgrade. Give Poison Dart its upgrade. Give Absinthe its upgrade. Give Shadow Fade its upgrade. Why not? Flashing Daggers. All good things. Burning Step and Demon's Pull. In here, I do think... yeah, we have to upgrade Demon's Pull because Abyssal Artillery just can't be used. In here, we've already got everything, but we upgrade Plague Grenade just for a little extra damage on it. And we'll upgrade Cause of Death because why not? Why not? All right, there we go. All right, well, that's... I mean, we're as ready as we're ever going to be. We're gassed up and ready to rock here. It's unfortunate we didn't find another medicinal herbs, but we'll probably live without that. Actually, these are probably just going straight in. No, I guess these are probably coming in. Yep. All right. Well, thank you all for watching. We'll see you in the next one.